Hello and welcome back to another coffee tasting video. Before we get started, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you're alerted anytime we drop a new video, which is every Tuesday. This is a Nespresso-centric channel, so we deal with everything from the Vertuo Line to the original line and some unboxings. Oh, with that out of the way, been kind of a fun week. We got a bunch of new coffee, so the next few weeks are going to be great. We got some brand new coffees that they released back out, and I picked up a few of them in Scottsdale. The experience just keeps getting better and better every time we go there. This time, we weren't even stopped at the door. We got to walk directly in, up to the counter, order our coffee. It was wonderful. It keeps getting better, so here's to hoping. Also, I guess I'll let the cat out of the bag. I just don't know when exactly it's going to go, but I did purchase a domain and got some hosting. So we will be launching a companion website for it that will have all the material that the Patreon people were getting on the Patreon site. It will be on the website for those people, and you'll be able to sort it. You'll be able to sort it by intensity, if it was a pass or a purchase, the year, whatever you want to sort it by. Pretty much, if it's an available data point, you should be able to sort it. So that's coming. When? I don't know. I'm going to try and get it out as soon as I can, but that's coming. So that happened this week. Also, while we were at the Nespresso store, a coffee that's not released yet, the gentleman told me about, Esperanza de Colombia. So that should be releasing the week, well, actually it should be, I think it's the week that you're watching this video, but it might be the following week. Anyways, the gentleman mentioned that that was coming out, and that's something to look forward to also, but we got 4 new coffees already, so those will be coming out over the next few weeks. Also, we have the contest going for the month of August, so you're listening for a word that completely does not fit. It won't be that it sort of fits, it won't fit at all. It will be a word that makes absolutely no sense in the sentence anyways. So this would be another video where that's part of it. Also for this week, I'm going to try a little different format, not a drastic change, but just a little different format. You guys can drop comments down below. Let me know what you think. And if you're liking some of the changes, I'll kind of keep going. We'll morph this into a little different production as time goes, but that's what we're looking at doing. Without further ado, let's look at this week's star attraction. This week is Tamuka Mu Zimbabwe. So let's take a look at what they have to say. It is intensity 5. It is an espresso, so it's 1.35 ounces. So just a normal cup there. Let's take a look at the aromatic profile. Complex fruitiness of the coffee reveals a rich aromatic bouquet of red berries, cranberries, currants, and grapes. Interesting. Try Tamuka Mu Zimbabwe as a cappuccino. Well, we definitely will. And taste how the milk gives this coffee a creamy, smooth texture and brings out the sweetness of caramel and coffee. So that's going to be interesting. Let's take a look at the pods. Let's see. We got Reviving Origins on the top, Zimbabwe on the side there. Kind of a black pod with kind of green sort of writing labeled on the bottom. I love that. Tamuka Mu Zimbabwe. Let's go brew a shot. Tamuka Mu Zimbabwe for the Vertuo Line. Let's get this shot going. All right, the shot is done. Pod got stuck. Boy, not much for an aroma. Looks pretty good. Let's go give it a taste. All right, I'm just gonna fold this in just a little bit. All right, so red berries, cranberries, currants, and grapes. Tamuka mu Zimbabwe. Let's give it a taste. Oh, that's not at all what I thought I would taste. That's not bad. Wow. That's got a very... It's kind of dry. I wonder if that's the... They mentioned red berries. It's got a little bit... When they said berries, I was wondering if it was going to be sweet. I'm not much for like bright floral fruity things, but this one actually has quite a bit of tart in it. I'm thinking grape, currant. It's kind of, you can definitely taste, they mentioned cranberries and currants. I think that's the dominant part of this because it's very, how do I describe it? Because I know not everybody has tried this, but maybe you have once in your life, I hope. So this makes sense. But like when you drink a really dry wine and it kind of makes like your tongue almost feel like the saliva's left it, that's kind of what this does. Almost has like a drying effect on your tongue. Got a lot of tart with it. Yeah, it just dries your mouth out incredibly. Little bit of the cranberry and the currant to me are very forward. There's a tiny bit of grape aftertaste. So I think they hit that. I don't know what the other red berries are, because I don't really taste something like a raspberry or something like that. I don't really taste that in it, or a strawberry. Strawberry would be another red berry. Yeah, it's got a very, very dry, yeah, not bad so far. It's not bad. I think the dryness throws my mouth off. It kind of feels almost, it reminds me a lot of drinking wine, where you get that initial flavor and then the aftertaste is that real dry, like, pass across your tongue. Because, yeah, right in here, it's like kind of tart and really dry. So, I don't know. They mentioned doing a cappuccino with milk. Adds a creamy, smooth texture. And then it's supposed to switch over to sweetness of caramel and coffee. Not a whole lot of coffee flavor in it as it stands. Yeah, not much. It's got just a very, very subtle light. Intensity 5. Yeah, pretty dead on for intensity. So let's do round 2. Let's turn this into what they say to do with it, which is a cappuccino. So Tamuka mu Zimbabwe, round 2. Let's go brew another shot. All right, Tamuka mu Zimbabwe, round 2. We're going to do this one in a cappuccino. So we're going to get this guy going. I'm going to wait just a little bit because this is going to take a little longer. We have roughly 1.5 ounces of milk. Now for a cappuccino, we're trying to hit a third, a third, a third, which is difficult in the Aracino, but I'm going to do my best. So we're going to put it on heavy froth. Hopefully we get a lot of froth out of that milk. Let's get our shot going. All right, we got the espresso done. Our milk has been frothed. And now let's get the froth on top. I don't think we're quite going to hit thirds, but not quite a third on the froth, but well, maybe I need to up it to like 2 ounces of milk and then you get the froth part of it. Anyways. Tamuka, Zimbabwe. Let's go give it a taste. All right. Tamuka, Zimbabwe. About 1.5 ounces of milk. Let's give this a taste. That's very different. Boy, what is that aftertaste? It doesn't really have a taste like it did before. They said, what did they say? Sweetness. They said sweetness of caramel in coffee. I don't taste caramel. I taste almost like more of a, almost kind of like a very, and I mean very subtle, light grape taste, but now I can actually taste the coffee in it. That's very different. I don't know that it's super unique as a cappuccino. I don't even know quite how to call this one on the cappuccino part of it. It's got a little bit of a grape taste. There is some sweetness in there. They mentioned caramel. It still has that really, I don't taste it, but it still has that drying effect on your tongue. Overall, I think it's pretty good as a espresso shot that I can't quite get past that I'm drinking a coffee with milk in it that then has, they mentioned creamy texture. This one, I think they did a decent job describing it as an espresso. As a cappuccino, they're actually mentioning it and touting it on the site. I don't taste, I don't taste the sweetness of caramel and coffee. I just taste kind of a subtle grape sweetness taste and a very light coffee, like level 2-3 coffee. So I don't know, it's not bad. I think it warrants going one more step with it. So I'm kind of curious how this is going to turn out with a syrup in it. So let's go round 3. Let's go brew another shot. All right, Tamuka, Zimbabwe, round 3. And then I've increased the milk to 2 ounces because I think that's going to help the frothing. I'm going to get that started. And I'm going to add 1 pump of vanilla. So we'll see if that's going to be too much. I hope it isn't. That always makes it awesome when you put it in the frother. All right, this is done. The milk is done. And for those of you that noticed I have a wet spot, yes, while getting ready for this next round, I spilled something on myself. So, yeah, there you go. Don't judge. All right, we got 2 ounces of milk that we frothed up really good. We added the vanilla into it. Let's get the milk first. Now let's get some froth on there. Oh yeah, there we go. That looks better. So 2 ounces is the, woo, wow, we got froth for days in here. Woo. That's awesome. I love it. Let's go give it a taste. There we go. Try not to disturb it. All right. Tamuka, Zimbabwe, 2 ounces of milk, heavy froth mode. Oh, if I didn't mention before, it was heavy froth mode on the last one also. But then this one has 1 pump of vanilla. Let's give it a taste. Ooh. Now that's pretty good. Wow. I'm not sure how, Wow. I don't know that I can describe the flavors coming through, but man, that is very, very pleasant. It's got a very, very good flavor. I'm kind of wondering if the first one got messed up because I only did an ounce and a half. Kind of curious if, let me finish this real quick. A little bit of what is that aftertaste? Boy, it's almost a mixture of, the vanilla has added a wonderful, wonderful sweetness to it. It's not overpowering. I kind of was afraid the minute I put one full pump in there, I kind of went, ugh, I probably should have done a half pump, but it actually worked out well. I was afraid it was just going to overpower and just drive through the entire thing. It didn't. You're still tasting some of the fruit. It almost has a mixture of, and this is going to sound bizarre, but it's very, very pleasant. It almost does now have a mixture of like a little bit of light grape, caramel, and then a coffee flavor coming through. Yeah, that is very, very, very good. I'm going to, give me just a second. All right, off camera, real quick, I did 2 ounces of milk again, just the straight shot, did the heavy froth. I'm just gonna blend it up real quick and see if maybe that creaminess comes through now. No, it's still got that dry, yeah, that dry and kind of a light grape kind of taste to it. Oh man, that's just good. Okay, we're gonna call it as a shot, pretty good. Something very, very different, although keep in mind it's got that dry texture to it. So if that's not your thing, or you don't like kind of how the dryness of a wine goes across your tongue, you may not like that. The berry flavors were very good. The overall shot, very good. As a cappuccino with just milk, it still has that weird dryness, but all the wonderful flavors of the shot were kind of gone. So that didn't work for me. Now, as a cappuccino with 1 pump of vanilla, that's a hit. So let's take a look at what they're doing. Tamuka Mu Zimbabwe, Nespresso exclusives, reviving origins, $1.20 a pod. Whew. This one I'm kind of 50-50 on. I would give it I'm going to give it a purchase based off the shot. So it's a purchase and 3 pods. It was average. It was nothing stellar. It was not bad. It was just kind of in the middle for quality. At $1.20, not bad. It's okay. It's what a full cup of coffee normally runs you in their line. So I don't know, it's a little bit up there, but not unusual for the Vertuo lines. I would say it's a purchase, 3 pods out of 5. That'll about do it. And hey, my wife mentioned that in the beginning, it might have been confusing when I mentioned that the Patreon portion or the list version was going to be moving over to the website. It's still going to be accessible only for patrons. So when you come to the website, if you're signed in with Patreon, it will authenticate you straight through and let you get to those lists. So I just wanted to clarify that. You're not losing anything. You're just going to get a better version, hopefully, of what you already have, where you can sort it by original or Vertuo and the years and the pods and pass and purchase and all of that stuff. Hopefully that will all come through on the site when it launches, and it will be available to the patrons. The regular portion of the website is just going to have little snippets and then references to the YouTube videos. So that's where we're going with that. I thank you once again for your time. That'll bring us to the close of another video. Let me know what you thought about the new format. It's going to go a little bit quicker. I'm not going to show the pods brewing, that kind of stuff. So we'll see if you guys like that part of it. Also, if you would like to request anything, please drop that down in the comment. It can be for the Vertuo or the original line. I'll do my level best to get that out to you. And to all my patrons, I thank you once again for your support. It really means a lot to me. And I know I say that each video, and I'm running your names right now, but I truly do appreciate it. And you guys mean the world to me. So thank you so much. And to the rest of my YouTube supporters, thank you also for being here. Thank you for your comments and everything that you contribute to the channel. Again, thank you guys. You really have helped build this to what it is already today. And I attribute all of it to you guys. So thank you. That'll wrap it up. Was there a word that didn't fit? I don't know. You'll have to listen. But until next week with another coffee video, have a great rest of your day.